Good afternoon. It's June 20th, 2023, and today we just had a range day. Really, we broke out and hit the measured move of the overnight range and went a little lower, and then we just came back. And it looks like we closed very close to the opening price. I'm going to pause the video and get the daily chart open. So you can see we're finding some support off the trend channel right now. That's why this bar closed in its upper half. But anyway, not a whole lot of trades today. It looks like I didn't watch the chart all day, but it looks like it was pretty low volume, unfortunately. So we'll take a look at the trades I did mark. Nothing early on. I had my range drawn, the highs drawn lower to start, but then when we hit that measured move, I dragged it up to this high and that fit better. So anyway, yeah, nothing. If you were in here early, you could count this as a double bottom, and then we get a first entry failed, second entry short. But at that point, you'd be going into like a midline. So not a high probability setup, and I'm not even going to mark it anyway because I think it's at 438. But it is a setup. You might take that. Anyway, this was another reason why, because it was off the trend channel, and it was very clear that this was a channel up. So you get a break, move to a new high, and then it sells off. And when I was watching in real time, this leg up had the same feel as this leg up. So I looked at this as correction, and I thought we were going to make a new low off this channel, which we didn't do until much later. But anyway, you get a break of this channel, and you get a move to a new high. So that's a second entry short. If you saw this trend channel, then I think you could take that, but it'd be really hard to spot that early on. But then when you get this lower high, I think you got to take that. I like this one because there's so much room back to the EMA, but I didn't see this channel, so that's very risky if you don't see it. But if you do see it, I think that's pretty good trade. And then we're just flipping on both sides of the EMA. We come back, test this channel again, and we get another leg down. Let's see if that's a measured move. So pretty close to a measured move, measured leg. Now that I'm looking at it, I bet you it's probably from here. And yeah, you can see that. So 2 measured legs down. Nothing in here, too far from the EMA. We're right at the overnight lows, so you can't just gamble and guess that we're going lower because it could go all the way back to the highs, even though there was clearly a downward bias. And then it just sells off, and I don't think there's any way you could realistically get in on this. I mean, there is a double test right there, and it's a second entry short. But I just don't think there's any way for you to know that prices are going lower here. And it's a shame because it's a big sell-off. You get a break, move to a new low. We're now below the measured move of the overnights, and prices reverse. And you get the reversal here, but it's not a good setup. But you do get a second entry long right here that doesn't also does not set up. But then you get this higher low, and at that point you'd probably be looking at a trend channel closer to something like this. And you can see plenty of people probably played that. Therefore, I think this one, you might take this. So anyway, we come up here, find some resistance at the channel highs as well as this channel lows, and you get a first entry, second entry. Not the greatest setup, but then when we get a higher low, I would say you should take this. You know, this one's below the EMA, so you're going into the EMA. That's a little nerve-wracking. But when this one closes above the EMA, again, you might be a little nervous because of this trend channel, because you're going straight into that. But I just like it because this didn't have a downtrend feel to the day. It had more of a range feel. So I think you can take that. And that works out, but then we just go sideways and just get this ugly stuff, a lot of overlap. And you can tell prices are trying to make a break, and then they do. And so I don't think you want to hop on right there, even though it's a reversal. It's just too far away from the EMA. I mean, maybe you do take it just to ride it to this highs of the channel, but that's aggressive. And really, I'd probably be looking at something like that. And you can see we find some resistance right there. But anyway, it rockets up, comes back, tests the overnight lows, bounces, sideways stuff. Nothing good in here, unfortunately. And then we come up into this downward channel. That's a second entry short, but I'm not crazy about that. This looks more sideways. But that is confirming the trend channel. You get an overshoot. And this one, you can see we test that opening price once, twice, 3 times. So this is a multiple test, good signal bar. We have an overshoot of this channel. So I think this one, you might want to risk that. Looks like there's probably 4 ticks back to the EMA. So that makes it a little risky because 3650. Yeah, there's really only 2 or 3 ticks. So it's risky, but you might want to take that. And that does lead to the break. And then we just go sideways really for the rest of the day. So not a whole lot happening today. Hopefully there will be more this week. I probably won't get a video up tomorrow. So if I don't, then I'll be back Thursday. Hope everyone has a great day.